Hello everyone, welcome to today's session. Today we'll be talking about field level securities, and we'll be talking about what is a field level security, how can we control field level security, why field level security is important, and then important points to be considered while developing or creating field level securities in the system. We'll also be logging into a DevOps and understanding how we can manage and share access with different profiles and permission sets in field level securities. Great. To start with, we'll be talking about what is a field level security, right? So field level security is basically a setting which lets you restrict users access on a viewing or editing specific fields on an object, right? So even if the user is having access to a record and an object, you can specify that, okay, these are the few fields which I don't want to give him, her access to, right? So therein field level securities adds a lot of value, and your Salesforce org will also contain a lot of data, but you probably like don't want every field like to be accessible by everybody, but you might want every record to be accessible to somebody, right? So in that case, for example, I'll take an example here that your payroll manager probably wants to keep salary fields accessible only to selected employees, right? Entire organization should not see the salaries, so you can restrict users with the field level security of the salary and have them access all the other employee data. So this is one of the examples of how field level security can add value. So now how to control field level security? So there are two aspects to it. One is profile and then another one is permission set. Now, profiles can be used whenever you want all the people belonging to that profile, right? All the users who have that profile to have that specific amount of access. But in today's session, also we'll be talking about where permission sets add value, wherein we can give permission sets to those individuals belonging to a certain set of profiles, but we want to give them a special permission, like we discussed in our last session. So field level securities again can be controlled both by profiles as well as permission sets. Now talking about why field level security, right? So this is a usual question, and field can also be controlled by a like page layout, right? So if we can restrict a field by a page layout, what is the need of a field level security? Now, page layouts can definitely restrict the field access. You can remove it from the page layout. You can assign different page layouts to different profiles. But the problem is that they can still access this using the global search or on a field like list view, right? If you create a custom lightning component and stuff like that, and the security is taken care of, still they'll be able to see the field because they have access to it. So this is something where field level security adds value, and once you restrict it from the field level security perspective, the user will not be able to see that field data anywhere until and unless the code is also taking care of the securities there. So that is the reason field level securities are really important. Then a few important points before we dive into the live session and demo here. So the roll-up summary and the formula fields are read-only on detail page, and they're not available on the edit page. They can also be visible to users even though the reference fields that they contain are not accessible to the user. So I'll give you an example. So for example, say you have a formula field and you access some other field on say an account, right? Say you have a annual revenue field on account, and that particular annual revenue is being referred to by a formula field. Now, even if the user is not having access to that particular annual revenue, right, field, in that case, the formula field, if he has like access to the formula field, he'll still be able to see the annual revenue. So it is not controlled by default. In this case, you'll have to restrict the access to both the field, the formula field, as well as the annual revenue, in order to hide the details from that user. So please keep this in mind. This is one of the really important points. Now I'll just dive into my DevOps, and then we'll do some demo there. Thanks. Hello everyone. So since we spoke about field level security today, let's dive deeper into the system and understand, what can be the different use cases and how we can use this. So I'll take an example here for accounts. So on accounts, we have a field called annual revenue, right? And we also have a field called country, right? Now, as we know, right, we have three profiles. One is, sorry, my bad. We have two profiles. One is the sales manager, and another one is a sales representative. Now, talking about sales manager, we want that sales manager should be able to view and edit annual revenue, or probably let's say the sales manager should be able to view annual revenue, while sales representatives should not be able to view annual revenue. And then sales manager head, who is head of the sales staff, should also be able to edit the customer's annual revenue. Now, how to achieve this, right? So let's go into the profiles. So I'll go to the setup. I'll search for the profile. So as you know, right, profiles and permission sets both can be used here. So we'll be using profiles for removing the access from sales representative. So let's start with that. So we have this profile called sales representative. You can go here, search for account, right? You can see here this controls page level security. Click on view, hit edit, search for annual revenue. Right. You can also give a read access, but if I remove the read access, it automatically removes the edit access. I hit save. So once this is done, right, the sales representative will not be able to see annual revenue on the page layout here. Okay, great. Now let me go to the sales manager profile. Okay. So let's search for account. Click on view, hit edit. Here we'll go with the annual revenue. In this case, we want to give the read access but remove the edit access. So let me remove the edit access. Hit save. Now, till here, profiles are being used and everything is sorted. So all the sales manager will be able to view the annual revenue. All the sales representatives will not be able to view or edit the annual revenue. Now, we know, right, that we want to give it the edit access to the sales manager head. So what we did in our previous sessions is we created a permission set for sales manager head, right? We can go here to this permission set, go to object settings, go to accounts, hit edit. And you see here we have field permissions. So here you can see annual revenue and give edit access here and assign this particular permission set to the sales manager head. In this way, what we have done is we have restricted the access from sales representative, given the read access to sales managers, and also given the edit access to sales manager head. So field level security is kind of a very largely used and widely used tools. Now you'd be saying that this can also be done by a page layout, right? Assign multiple page layouts to different profiles. Page layout is not a good option because even if you like give different page layouts, right? Let me show you. Somebody can go here, right? And go here and sorry, let me create a customized view. Okay, let's say new this week, right? You can go here, select fields to display. If it is only hidden from the field layout, page layout, you can definitely add the field here on a list view, related list, right? You can also have a global search. So to prevent the access from the root, right, we need to use the field level securities and not page layout or any other media. So this is one of the amazing features provided by Salesforce, wherein you can still view the record, you can view the object, you have access to the object, you have access to certain fields, but you cannot view all the fields, and some confidential information can be hidden from the entire team and given access to a few individuals who actually need them. So that's pretty much it for the session today, and we'll be coming back with the next session on record level securities, which cover a lot of major aspects into Salesforce securities. Thanks.